Hi, everyone. Thank you, Emily, for getting us started, and welcome to the BERNINA New Product webinar. As Emily said, I'm product educator Haley Grish. I'm the top of the line specialist at BERNINA of America, and I'm really excited to have my teammates join me today to introduce some of the really exciting new products that we just launched this summer to our dealers at BERNINA University. The first product that we have to share with you guys is a new collaboration with one of our favorite artists. And before we get started, I will let him introduce himself.
I'm Kaffe. Welcome to my house, a laboratory for color. What we do here is experiment with color on every possible form you can think of. These BERNINA sewing machines can do so many wonderful things. So remember, color is the tonic the world needs.
BERNINA, made to create.
All right, and to get things kicked off, I have my teammate Julie Bridgman here with me. Julie, tell us about these Kaffe machines.
Thank you, Haley. I'm Julie Bridgman, educator with BERNINA of America, and I would love to introduce the Kaffe editions to you. First, let's start with the 770 QE Plus Kaffe edition. This is the same platform as all the BERNINA 770 QE Plus. You have the 7-inch touchscreen, you have your DC motor, you have the dual feed and the jumbo bobbin. But with this Kaffe edition, you also have this exclusive faceplate. It has the guinea flower print designed by Kaffe. And did I mention also that this is a limited edition machine? And with this machine, you are going to get 60 embroidery designs. And these embroidery designs were designed by Kaffe, and they have a hand-stitched look. Included are many floral designs and some cross-stitch designs, including this bag here that Haley made, which she'll tell you a little bit about.
Yeah, so among the embroidery designs that are built in on the 770 QE Plus Kaffe edition, there are actually 3 large cross-stitch designs. This is one of them. This is the peony flower. And each of these is composed of 4 tiled parts to come together in about a 14-inch block. I've had a few people who have seen this bag come up to me and say, "Oh, that design is so pretty. What is the orange fabric that you stitched on?" This is an embroidery design stitched on white fabric. This is 100% embroidered. It's all filled triple stitch, cross stitch. So you have the background background color and this peony design. Like I said, in this machine, there are actually 3 of these total. The peony is one, there's an Edelweiss flower, and then there's a really cute cat with like an Elizabethan ruff design that's really cute from Kaffe. So this is just one, and then we have the flowers, which are gorgeous.
Right. They're all beautiful. Thank you for showing that. That's a beautiful bag. In this machine, you also get 31 decorative stitches that were hand-drawn by Kaffe. You also get a desk cover and an extra large trolley. These are all Kaffe design, and they have the embroidered logos also. And you get a Kaffe fabric collection with 15 half-yard cuts. These are part of the Kaffe collective. Beautiful. So really all of this comes with the machine, and it is valued over $1,500.
Wow. There's a lot of really great stuff that comes with this machine. But what if we want to add embroidery? I'm an embroiderer. What else do I get if I add embroidery to my 770?
Okay, good question. If you want to add the embroidery module, the SDT embroidery module, you will get the module bag, and you also get a Kaffe embroidery bundle. Now this bundle, it includes 5 Kaffe design collections by OESD. And in the collection, you have a leafy applique design. So there's 5 of these, including the leafy applique. And we have a quilt that we can show you some of the designs, but they're gorgeous. And you get 4 OESD stabilizers and tearaway tape, 12 spools of Isacord thread. There's the quilt. This is just from one of the free collections.
Yeah, so
and
this is all in the hoop machine applique.
Mhm.
The whole collection quilt is coming in that embroidery bundle. This quilt's
Yes.
stunning.
And
Stunning.
this is the leafy applique collection. 12 spools of the Isacord thread, the big book of embroidery, 5 packs of embroidery needles, and an embroidery online gift card. But on top of that, you also get the BERNINA Embroidery Software 9 Creator. So
all that and software.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's valued over $3,600.
Wow. That is quite a bundle to come along with that gorgeous machine.
It's amazing.
So, I mean, not only do we have the 770, a beloved machine, people who have their 770 know how amazing this machine is. What about that cutie right there?
Okay, so we come to the BERNINA 475 QE Kaffe Edition. Again, you get everything that a BERNINA 475 has, the same platform, but you also get this all over teal color. I'm sure you noticed that right away. It's beautiful. And this exclusive faceplate, it's a Mia Fiore floral print that is designed by Kaffe. There's 21 decorative stitches built into the machine by Kaffe, and dust cover and the large trolley. That's Kaffe design and with the embroidered logos. This is valued over $900. We do have the trolley over here. That's what the large trolley looks like. And with the trolley, and this is at 20 pounds, you can use this as a travel sewing machine.
Of course, because you're going to want to take it around, show it off to all your friends.
Yes, definitely.
But
I would love to have this in my sewing room every day.
Yeah, she can live at home too. I'm happy to sew on that every day.
So, yeah, what do you think?
These machines are so gorgeous. Thank you, Julie, for going through these with us. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to show you guys a new addition to our 7 series.
When it comes to thinking outside the box, BERNINA leads the way. We're committed to innovation, precision, and quality. As a 4th generation family company, quality is simply part of our DNA. Each BERNINA machine is Swiss engineered, made with your creativity in mind.
Break free from ordinary, go extraordinary with BERNINA and unleash your imagination. Resources and inspiration are easily accessed online through a local dealer network, while Swiss Precision takes creativity to a whole new level. So get the machine that lets you think outside the box and discover a new world of possibility, a world where the only limit is your imagination. Set your creations free. Visit your local dealer or go to bernina.com.
BERNINA, made to create.
All right, so now I want to introduce you guys to the new BERNINA 735. This is a new machine in that 7 series range. So just like that 770 or a 790, you have 10 inches to the right in the needle, that 7-inch screen up top, your jumbo bobbin, all of the comfort features you love on your 7 series. But this machine has a 5.5 millimeter stitch width. So for those of you who are maybe more piecers than quilters, garment sewists, if you like to do pretty simple but precise work and you want that extra space, the 735 is really going to be the machine for you. This machine comes with a couple of accessories that are really great if that's the kind of stitching that you do. 2 of my favorites that I go to all the time, the jeans foot number 8 is a really great straight stitch foot, and that's going to come with the 735. And it also comes with your straight stitch plate. So again, if you're working on something really precise, just simple straight stitching on a nice, large, powerful machine, this machine is going to do it and set you up for success.
Nice. So if I do free motion stitching, can I free motion on this?
Absolutely. The 735 is BSR compatible, so you can use your BERNINA stitch regulator. If you don't already have one with that 790 or maybe an 880, we're happy to set you up. But you have so much room to do free motion on this machine, and you can certainly do that with the BSR.
Awesome. Now, what about embroidery?
Yes, you can also embroider on this machine. This machine does not come with embroidery by default, but you can certainly add that SDT module. There are some really great embroidery features built in here. Some of my favorites: pinpoint placement, group ungroup, and also the embroidery consultant. So if you are newer to embroidery, if this is, maybe your first chance to try it out, you're just testing the waters, embroidery consultant is really great. This tool is built in. It allows you to select the technique, the kind of embroidery you're doing, and then the fabric that you're working on, and the machine will set you up for that. So it'll tell you the best stabilizer, thread, needles. It'll make changes inside the machine to make sure that that kind of stitching is going to sew out well. So if you're a beginner, maybe you really are mostly a garment sewist, but you're like trying to feel out embroidery, maybe that's something you want to do. That tool is really, really great to get you started.
Great, awesome.
So the pricing on this machine, the 735 MSRP is going to be $59.99, and should you choose to add embroidery, it's going to be $84.99. It's a really fantastic machine. One of these may find its way into my studio at home.
Same.
Okay, so those are kind of the big Bernina machines that we've added to the line this summer. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Jamie and Sylvain are going to talk to you guys about Bernette.
All right, welcome back. Sylvain and I had the pleasure of launching the Bernette machines at BERNINA University this year, and we were in the classroom with these lovely new overlockers. I guess I should formally introduce myself, right?
Yeah.
I'm Jamie David, Education Project Manager, and with me is
Sylvain Bergeron. I'm educator with BERNINA, and Jamie's our basically overlocker specialist, so she knows what she expects from machines.
Yes, and I'm really happy that we have really filled in our overlocker line with the launch of these Bernette 62 and Bernette 68 overlockers. So last year we launched the B64, and this joins that family. So this is a nice mid-range overlocker. It's great for somebody that's starting off. And now we have the B62, which is a cover stitch only machine. Both of these machines are air threading. So this is a really great price point for this size of machine in this kind of field. There's not anything really out there at this price. And this machine has a built-in free arm. So we love that when we're finishing our cuffs and hems of our t-shirts. And we've got a maximum of 5 inches here to the right of the needle, as well as this really large extension table that you can see. This comes on both of the machines. So you have a really great working space on these machines. I love that with the cover stitch, we also now have an extended cover stitch insert. There's actually 2 sizes of cover stitch inserts that you'll get with both of these machines. And this larger one fills out here with this table. And this gives you a lot of really great working surface when you're pushing things underneath the machine in that cover stitch mode. It also is really great because it comes with a freehand system, which is the knee lifter. So you can use your knee to raise and lower the presser foot. And we've got a lot of other really good high-end features. I think it was pretty impressive in the classroom, don't you think?
Yes, yeah, we tag teamed in the classroom, right?
Yeah.
We did the project, I taught a project with vinyl, a jacket zipper, and fabric pieced together, and the chain stitch on that machine was pretty much bulletproof. It went through everything, we never had issues. And also in the sampler class, right? We had a whole bunch of different stitches. We were very impressed. We're a little picky, we're BERNINA. And Bernettes are made for BERNINA, but BERNINA is right in there for the engineering and the quality control. And these machines delivered that on that promise. Really, it was a treat to work with these machines in class at BU. The overlock stitch was right on, and so was this chain and the cover stitch.
Yeah, and I think our students really, like, they sat down and they were able to just get going, and they were confident using these machines, which really says a lot. The threading was easy. People were maneuvering between stitches without any problem. I mean, yes, we think we're good teachers, but the machine helps too. So the B68 here, I haven't really talked much about yet. This one is a combo machine. So when we talk about this in the overlocker world, a combo machine is a machine that does both overlock stitches and cover and chain stitches like the B62 here. But the nice thing is that you can actually do what we call combo stitches, and that creates a stitch sometimes known as a 5-thread safety seam.
Yeah.
And I think you didn't use this stitch, did you?
I did not use that particular stitch. No, but my clothes are made with it.
Right. It's a great stitch because it has a chain stitch with an overlocked edge. So you're basically doing the operation of 2 machines in one pass. So you're saving a ton of time. And it really does, like Sylvain says, it mimics what you're going to find in your ready-to-wear jeans.
Yeah.
So that's great that you can do that on this machine.
Yeah, and traditionally, what's more, what's trickier, especially for people with this first surgery, first overlocker, is threading, and the loopers especially. And here, because of the air threading, that obstacle is shaved off. So right off the bat, you get in there. And for instance, if for me, I would need a cover and chain machine. I have a good overlocker I already like. So for me, the 62 is a great candidate because it adds that without breaking the bank. It's in the affordable slice of the market.
Yeah, and our quilters like cover stitch machines too, because the long arm quilters will use that chain stitch to stitch their quilt backs onto their leaders to load up their quilt frames, and that chain stitch is a stitch that you can pull and it comes out really easily. So there's a lot of advantages, even if you're not necessarily a garment sewer, to these machines.
And these round up the entire, we have 6 models now of overlocks and cover and chain and combo machines in the Bernette range. So now these 2 complete the whole.
Yeah, I think that is really the thing, is like our overlocker offerings here at Bernina, between Bernina and Bernette, is really complete. So we're going to have a machine no matter what your needs are in terms of features and price. And I wanted to just say, like, there's a lot of high-end features on these machines that are also on our Berninas. Like, we have the built-in tools inside of the looper cover. There is a needle storage. Like, there's a little foam pad up here for just kind of those comfort things. We also have, I already mentioned the freehand system.
Free arm.
Yeah, the free arm. Yes, the built-in free arm. So it's got a lot of really great high-end features.
And all controls on the outside, so you don't have to kind of jack up your project to get in, open the machine to change, or take the cutter on and off and all that. It's all on the outside.
Yeah, and I think we mentioned they're at a great price too.
And,
so.
Yes, and we forgot the secret sauce.
What's the secret sauce?
MTC.
Oh yes, that's what I have. Like MTC we have it on the B64 and then the B68. And MTC is a micro thread control for where your loopers meet the edge of the fabric on your overlock stitches. So that is on the B68
and that's
as well.
a Bernina feature, but because Bernina basically helps engineer the Bernette line, they bring Bernina features into the Bernette line as well. So you benefit from that.
So a lot of really great features here in our mid-level machines. This B62 MSRP is $17.35 and the B68 MSRP is $23.99. So a great value for all the features that you get. But we've got one more.
Yes, yes.
It's a sewing machine.
Baby. Look what the stork just delivered, right? And I work a lot with the Bernette line. Bernette spells value, right? You get a lot for an affordable price. And the B5 Academy we launched a little while ago has been a runaway success in that department. And now it has a little sister. If you want something even more affordable, you still get all the benefits of the B5 line, which is mechanical machine. You have 30 stitches, your practical stitches, your reinforced like a triple stretch stitch. And you have also decorative stitches, including a blanket stitch, which is rare for a mechanical machine. You can adjust, of course, everything, including the needle position. So if you do garments, your bags and stuff like that, you want to move your needle over to top stitch just so, you can do this with your stitches and not just a straight stitch. That is almost unheard of for a mechanical machine. And then you have all your regular controls like foot pressure, tension, super easy. The best part of this is that it has a heavy duty motor. You can go 1,100 stitches a minute, which is well above the typical machine in this range. It has stainless steel arm covers so that it can take the wear of using this at high speed. The speed comes with power. The moment is a stronger motor than the average for this class. So all in all, you have the same features pretty much as in the B5 line, but at a slightly more affordable price, which means that increases the value coefficient. So if you're on a budget and you want a trusty, reliable, powerful machine that can do the job, the B5 Crafter is definitely the ticket and something to look at. It really exemplifies the Bernette brand and the value proposition of the Bernette brand.
And it's really cute. This one has kind of, I mean, we love color here, right? I love color. We obviously have this beautiful little Kaffe machine over here, and this Bernette has a nice kind of, you know, burnt orange. Yeah, it's a really kind of pretty option too. So it's like, you know, I've been known to buy something because I like the color.
Yep. And I'm not so much into the cute part, but I'm into the functional part, right? It comes with 6 presser feet, all the basics for your regular sewing, but there's well over a dozen accessory feet that you can add to this. If you decide you need a walking foot or this or that, there's a fleet of feet available for this machine as well. So you are not just limited to what came in the box, unlike where you would get at a big box store typically. This is fully supported, and it comes with the store. You can actually get support for the machine.
Yeah. And speaking of accessories, like for our Bernettes, just in general, our whole line, we actually have some new accessories, right?
Yes, we will have a presser feet coming out later in the fall. So if you have a Bernette machine, you'll want to keep tabs with your local store. We will have even a ruler work.
That's pretty fun. I'm pretty excited about that.
We're going to have a decorative stitch package coming out, like pin tucks and binders and stuff like that. So that's coming as well. There's also, what's the third one again? There was another one.
Well, there's some hoops.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to talk about those?
For the B70 series, so the B70, 79, we have magnetic hoops coming out in 3 sizes, like a 4x4, a 5x7, and something more like a 6-inch range, 6 to 8, I believe it is.
Yeah.
So anyway, those will become available for the B70 series, for the 70 and 79 later in the fall.
Yep.
So stay tuned for those.
Yeah, I think we really do have a well-rounded Bernette product offering. So I hope you go to your local dealer and check out the machines that are there. And we're gonna take another little break, and we'll be back with some more exciting accessories.
I'm quilt artist and fabric designer Amanda Murphy. The BERNINA Q16 Plus on the studio frame is a perfect fit for me in my studio. It's a high quality machine, and the studio frame is easy to set up at 5 or 10 feet, depending on your needs. Upgrade to a BERNINA Q16 Plus on the studio frame. It's the perfect match for quilters with small studios but big ideas.
BERNINA, made to create.
Okay, we are back to talk about some new accessories. I'm going to hand it off to my teammate, Megan. Megan,
Hi.
what you got?
Hi, everyone. My name is Megan Frazee. I'm the event specialist here at BERNINA. And Haley, you mentioned earlier that you kind of talked about the big, exciting machines that are launching, but I think I have the biggest one. I think I get to introduce the best one. So last year we launched the studio frame. That's that kind of magical frame that is 10 foot. 10 feet long, it's for long arm quilting, but you can also set it up as a 5-foot frame. Well, we're adding on to it this year. And we just launched the studio frame with BERNINA Q-matic. If you're not familiar with what that is, it is our quilting automation system. So all of that quilting connected to the long arm is actually run by the computer. So you can design, you can fill out your whole quilt, however you want it quilted, custom quilting, and stitch it out with Q-matic. So that's now available for the studio frame.
Yes, that's the biggest one,
yes,
Megan.
I know.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So machines that are compatible with that are our long arm machines. We have the Q16 Plus as well as the Q20. So those are the 2 frames that are able to go on the studio frame and hook up with Q-matic. You can also put that Q16 on the frame, but it's not Q-matic compatible.
Gotcha.
So just so you have a little bit of the differences there.
So if I am a Q16 owner, maybe I'm just not ready for Q-matic. What do you got for me?
Well, I am a Q-matic person, but I'm very excited about the new ruler sets that we have coming out. What I love about these is they're not just for the long arm. They're definitely high shank rulers, so they're a little bit thicker, but they can be used on a long arm all the way down to a domestic machine.
Love it.
So we have 3 new sets coming out. The first one is our essential set. I believe that's up front here. That's the essentials. You kind of get a straight line ruler. You get those gentle curves to help you get a feel for what you're going to be doing as you're quilting. I love that I can use this anywhere from a frame to a sit-down model with the Q series or my domestic machine. So that's to really get you introduced to it. Then we have the borders collection. So to start filling in those long borders on your quilts, your table runners, and fill in that sashing in between. So you have a couple of rulers in there. And lastly, if you're like me and you're not a perfectionist with ruler work, you get those nice curves with the clams and curves ruler set. So you have a lot of those that kind of hide your mistakes a little bit, you know?
Yeah, that's my speed. That's my speed.
Those curves, you know, they don't have to look exactly like straight lines. So you have the nice clams and curves set there. That comes with a lot of options for you.
So these are, you know, they're designed for ruler work. They have that like non-stick on them, right?
Yeah, they have a new coating on the back. It's that non-slip. It's sticky, but it doesn't pick up lint. It doesn't pick up threads. Yes.
So like I've seen some, and there are some Bernina rulers that have sort of like a gritty like grip texture, but these are like
it's smooth,
sticky almost, but like they don't get linty and gross.
No, they're awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, they have that slick back, so they don't grab onto the fabric and almost like make it pill up.
Yeah,
it's just that nice soft,
smooth,
but
like sticks.
Exactly.
Love it.
It's beautiful. It's amazing.
So if I'm a quilter, let's talk big books for a second.
We gotta fill the library with our big books. Definitely.
I heard there's a quilter one coming.
There is. So we talked about Q-matic and that computerized quilting. We now have the big book of computerized quilting coming out for domestic machines.
Finally.
I know. So we can turn our embroidery modules into quilting machines with the big book of computerized quilting. So it's chocked full of ideas on designs and placement tools that you can use from on all your Bernina machines that have embroidery, all the way to finishing a full-size quilt with just your embroidery module. I know, it's super exciting. So yeah,
when is that coming?
It should be here for Christmas. So perfect for Christmas gifts whenever you're ready to start stocking up for that.
Well, if you don't feel like waiting and you're like, I just need something new. I'm so tired of all of the big books that I already have. We have the new Big Book of Stitches.
We do.
So the Big Book of Stitches is all about decorative stitching. We have information about like stitch recipes, all sorts of like unusual threads and needles. There's a ton of information in here that's going to help set you up and maybe find some new ideas for all of those beautiful decorative stitches that are in your machine, that Kaffe machine, all of those gorgeous stitches in there.
I love that on here too. So the B880 Plus and 790 Plus has Stitch Designer.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes I'm looking for new ideas on how to use Stitch Designer. There's a whole section covered in the Big Book of Stitches.
And not just, I literally just flipped to the Stitch Designer section. Not just using Stitch Designer, but using it like in conjunction with other stitches and other techniques.
Exactly.
There's a lot of really fun ideas in this book to get you thinking about trying something new.
Yeah.
So we have the two big books, we have the rulers, we have some new hoops too. Those are pretty exciting.
Well, with computerized quilting, we need hoops to support
computerized quilting.
Yeah.
So we have the new medium clamp hoop, which was designed specifically for that. This hoop was engineered for computerized quilting. This is a square hoop. Finally, we have a square hoop at Bernina. And when you get this hoop, you have kind of two main parts. You have the hoop itself, and you have this acrylic template that sits inside to hold your fabric in place when you're trying to hoop. And then you secure around the edge with 12 clamps that are included. The template that comes with this hoop is really cool. It's not like the standard, thin template plastic that you see with an embroidery hoop. This is an actual acrylic, like ruler-like template, and it's marked from the center out in 1/4-inch increments up to the 8-inch or 8.5 inches of total embroidery space. So it's really designed for the quilter. Usually we see like centimeter grids on our hoops, and this is in 1/4 inches. It's really easy to use and center your quilt blocks or any of your piecing. So you have a lot less work to do when it comes to actually placing your design.
And these clamps are super easy to remove and put back on when you're hooping and rehooping, going across an entire quilt. Exactly.
They're really easy to snap off and on, and they're super secure.
Exactly.
There's, when you're doing quilting in the hoop, you have a lot of layers.
Yes.
It's thick. And it's also heavy.
Mm-hmm.
If you were working on an actual like full-size queen, king-size quilt, that's a lot of weight to put on your hoop, on the machine. It's held really, really securely with these clamps. There's no shifting. it's held really, really secure here. And even if you're not quilting, if
Yeah.
you're just like embroidering something kind of thick,
Exactly.
if you have a lot of stabilizer in here, you can still hoop really easily with the clamps.
I was actually fortunate enough to use this to quilt just a fabric panel that I had, and I don't even have to take the outer hoop off of the machine. I can just leave it on, remove the clamps, shift my fabric, and reclamp it. Reclamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Yes, very fast.
To do all at the machine, easy and fast.
Yeah.
So this hoop is compatible with the 7 series and the 8 series machines. On the 8 series, you have up to an 8.5-inch square embroidery field. On the 7 series, it's 8.25 by 8.5. You lose just a teeny bit on the right side because we have a smaller throat space.
Yeah.
But you can still get a full 8-inch block on either of those machines.
Perfect.
So if you are a 5 series owner, you can't necessarily use the clamp hoop, but we do have the new large free arm hoop.
Oh, so exciting.
This hoop is really cool. It is one of a kind. No one has anything quite like it just yet. And at a quick glance, it may not look that
pretty standard.
different.
Yeah.
Of course, we have the twist lock mechanism on here, which makes it really easy to hoop anything. But what this hoop does is allows you to embroider on objects that have a closed bottom. So you don't have to open up a tote bag or anything to stitch on it. You can hoop a closed object around the free arm of your machine really, really easily. And that works because the inner ring of the hoop is actually what attaches to your machine. So the bracket that attaches is on this inner ring and gets hooped in this way. So again, like tote bags, t-shirts, so you don't have to like try and really finesse that t-shirt to lay flat up around your needle. You can just slide the hoop in, hoop it. Your t-shirt sits around the free arm and it's no fuss and you don't have to worry about anything accidentally getting caught underneath that hoop.
That worry.
Yeah.
Oh.
So pricing on these really quickly, the clamp hoop MSRP is $349 and the free arm hoop MSRP is $479. Like I said, the clamp hoop is 7 and 8 series only, and the large free arm is 5, 7, or 8 series. If you already have those machines, dealers are getting these hoops in stock now. If they don't already have them, they'll have them very soon.
Exactly.
You will need a firmware update on your machine in order for the machine to read these hoops. But that firmware is on Bernina.com right now. It's ready for you to download. And one last kind of exciting piece to this, our previous 7 series or 830 owners, you're not left out.
Yay.
These hoops will be compatible with those machines like the 750, the 780, like I said, that 830. Again, you'll need a firmware update that's coming a little bit later this year, but by Christmas, you will be able to happily stitch using these new hoops.
I love that all these new products kind of relate. So we have the 770 and the 475 QE Kaffe editions for my piecing. Then I can take it to my B62 and stitch it to my leaders of my studio frame. And then I can use Q-matic on the studio frame to quilt the entire thing.
Or you can quilt it in the hoop if you get the module with your 770 and you have your clamp hoop. And you'll have that new book to talk you through the whole process.
I better make some room in my sewing studio.
I know.
Because I think I have to get it all
I need
now.
a bigger house, I think.
Exactly.
All right, so that is it for the overview of new product. We're going to bring in the rest of the team for our Q&A, and we can answer any of the questions that you guys have sent in to us over the past half an hour or so.
Okay, we had a few questions come in off of Facebook and GoToWebinar. They would like to see the extension table for the 475, and what does it look like?
We have it.
We have one. We don't have it up here.
It's the same as the regular 4
series.
machines. It's a clear.
It is clear. It's
the
not,
clear one.
Okay, what is the largest hoop size for the 770 machine?
The maxi.
Maxi.
The maxi hoop, which I believe is about
15 and
8.5 by
15
and 3/4.
Okay. And what type of bobbin does the 475 take?
Ooh.
Jumbo. Yeah, there's the same jumbo bobbin.
The jumbo bobbin.
Yep. The same. So the same as your 7 series or a 5 series. That massive bobbin. It's consistent.
And normally Bernina is the only brand with a jumbo bobbin. Period. But to have a small machine like this with a jumbo bobbin is just.
And the next question is about the new crafter. What feet do the crafter take?
It comes with, the feet are, it comes with 6, and it has its own series of feet shared with the B5 Academy. There's about a good 15 feet or so by now, including a walking foot. So they are color coded with the packaging of the machine when you go to the store, so you'll be able to spot them easily. And of course, the local store will be able to walk you through what's available. The feet are available singly, and there's also some package kits with feet that are compatible. There's such a variety, you'll have to go look for it. You'll be sure to get pretty much anything you need for decorative and practical sewing, including a walking foot.
We have them here. So,
Well, these are the included ones.
yeah, with the, I think, and this is the buttonhole foot.
Yes.
It's like a little slider. So you snap your buttonhole in to do that.
There's a zigzag foot.
Yeah, there's going to be your standard zigzag foot.
There is a blind hem foot.
There's a blind hem foot. Yes.
I'm going by memory now.
Now you're going to do it while I'm pulling them out to
Yeah.
test you. What's this one? The invisible.
This is an
zipper?
invisible zipper foot
Nice.
and a regular zipper foot.
This is a fun quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And here's your regular zipper foot.
but the zipper foot can be left or right, so you can do either side.
And what else do we have in here? Oh, this is the overlock foot, right?
That's the overcasting foot, right? If you want to
Yep.
finish the edge of
And
your
is
fabric.
that 6?
That's
No,
it.
That's
That's the
5.
regular.
There's one on the machine.
Oh,
The
it's the
zigzag.
standard foot.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay, the next question is the 475 able to use BSR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure is.
And then can we go over again when the case machines will be in stores ready to purchase?
Not soon enough, but we all want them now.
So you'll be able to start seeing them in your dealer store pretty soon here. They should be getting their floor models, but October is where we're expecting dealers to have stock for you.
Okay, shout out to Diane. She's already got her B68 ordered.
Congrats, Diane.
Okay. And a couple of more Facebook questions. Can the new hoops be used on the 8 series?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. 880, 880 plus, and like I said, that 830, we'll be able to use those hoops too.
Later this year for the 830,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the firmware is already available, updated on the website for the 880s.
Yep.
And then we did have a couple questions about the acrylic ruler sets. So the prices on those, there's a border set.
Yep.
That MSRP is $199. Yep. The essential set is also MSRP $199. Yep. And there's a curves and clams ruler set that is MSRP $189.
Exactly.
So great sets for everybody to add to their collections.
They're awesome.
And let's see if we have some more questions. Everybody's really excited about the case machines.
We are too.
Wanting to order. Yes, you'll be able to watch this presentation later. We're going to upload it to Facebook. You can share it with your friends, your family, if you have somebody that's interested in Bernina products. And let's see.
There will be a video on YouTube also. I mean, the recording.
And I think that's all the time we have for questions.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.